The school board will now come to order for our September 6, 2018 meeting. We have two young students of ours. One is Candy Baird, 4th grade, Oak Grove Elementary. And the second one is her cousin, Charlie Claus, 3rd grade, Roseberry Elementary. And I taught them Mama and their dad. We're good to go. Just please stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We now need to approve our agenda. Are there any additions or deletions? Did any of you have on the board? We need a recommendation from Mr. Austin.
Madam President, I recommend that the board to approve the agenda.
I need a motion, please.
I make the motion, we approve the agenda.
Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, the motion is passed. The next item on our agenda is our superintendent's report.
Madam President, I have 4 items this afternoon. First of all, I have an early graduation request that I'll ask the board to consider in executive session. Second of all, the MSBA, Mississippi School Board Association, has sent the 2019 legislative survey to myself, and they're sending that out to board members also. Each of you have a copy of that. If you could please mark that and return that to Ms. Cross in the next few days. She'll be able to compile those responses. She'll put that all together, and then the survey will be on a future agenda, board agenda for approval. And then we have to send that back into MSBA by October 19th. So if y'all could do that, we would appreciate it. At this time, we've got a special award that we are going to be presenting this evening. I want to ask Ms. Weeks to give us some more information about that.
Okay. It's our pleasure tonight to be able to recognize Ms. Sherry Anderson. She's our principal at Lewisburg Elementary School, and also Ms. Stacy Fertile, the principal at Oak Grove Central Elementary. Last year, Oak Grove Central Elementary School raised over $25,000 for St. Jude, and they were named the #2 St. Jude Math-a-thon program in the country. And what's exciting about their accomplishment is this is the first year for their school to have participated in the Math-a-thon program. Ms. Anderson recognized that they did not have this program at her school, and she reached out to St. Jude and volunteered to be the program coordinator. Every day she worked to motivate the students by sharing stories about the patients at St. Jude and the families that the students at Oak Grove were helping through their donations. And because of her efforts and the success of Oak Grove Central Elementary, Ms. Anderson was named the St. Jude Math-a-thon Coordinator of the Year. We're very proud of her for this accomplishment, and we also want to thank Ms. Hurdle for supporting this effort, encouraging other grade students to participate, and for celebrating their success with a big pep rally at the end of the year, or at the end of the competition. And so we'd like to ask them to come forward. And we also have Ms. Brittany Clark here tonight with St. Jude, and we'd like to ask her to step up, please.
Congratulations, Ms. Anderson and Ms. Partle. We appreciate all of your hard work, and obviously y'all did a great job for a great cause. So thank y'all. Keep up the good work at Lewisburg Elementary and at Oak Grove Central. Thank y'all. And now we've got our teacher spotlight segment, and I was looking over the crowd. Normally I look to see who our teacher is, but I see we've got a school here. I think we have the biggest percentage of faculty we've ever had for teacher spotlight here. We've got Career Tech East, and as I was looking in the room, I was like, okay, there's a Career Tech East teacher. There's another one. There's another one. So that's great. So we're all here as a team effort, which is wonderful. But I'm going to turn it over to our Career Tech East principal, Mr. Philip Sutton.
First of all, thanks for you guys showing up today. I really appreciate it. Next, and most important, the Board of Education, thank you so much for everything you do. It's been quite a privilege to work with you guys and continue to do so. I wish Local County Schools and our organization continue to excel in the way that we do. Also, to staff here, I don't know if this thing works or not, the staff here tonight, thank you very much. That's enough on my part. I came here not to give you a speech, but to introduce not only my staff, which, by the way, all of you have a copy of the staff and support staff that we have right here. And we have probably 99% of the teachers here. Thank you. All right, just to start, this young lady that's going to present to you tonight, she was chosen by her peers last year as Teacher of the Year at Career Tech East. Rightfully so, does a great job. Ms. Ashley Berryhill. Come in, Ms. Berryhill. And you've got some pictures.
Thank you, Mr. Sutherland. So when Mr. Sutherland asked me to come speak about my health science program, I decided that I couldn't just tell you about health science because there's so many great things going on at Career Tech East. You need to hear about them all. So if you'll bear with me, I do have some pictures up there. These are of our students from last year, some great things that we did. So as a school, we have increased our enrollment 38% this year. We anticipate this growth to continue with our presence at upcoming recruiting events, through our website, and our presence on social media. Homecoming is a great example right now of what we are using as a recruitment event. CTC East is going to be represented by a float at all of the homecoming parades at our schools that we serve. This is a great way for our students at Career Tech East for them to show their school pride in their school that they attend. For the first time since opening in 2012, we are thrilled to be able to offer a new program for our students to choose from, information technology. Ms. Stewart has been working very hard to get her classroom and lab set up for her students. IT is designed to provide the basic foundation, skills, and knowledge for computer networking, applications, and support. And we're excited to see the growth for this program in the future. In law and public safety, we have some great changes this year. We welcome Mr. Garvin. His first-year students are learning all about the court system right now. Tomorrow, they're going to get a first-hand look because they're going on a field trip to the DeSoto County Courthouse, so they can see that process in action. His second-year students are about to start their job shadowing, which is just a really exciting thing that happens at Career Tech. They have a great working relationship with the Olive Branch Fire Department for several years now. Captain Dave Taylor at Olive Branch Fire has just been very instrumental in developing a program for those students to see exactly what training a firefighter goes through. Industrial maintenance, students there not only learn about job skills, but they learn real-world skills. In order to prepare these teams to be future homeowners, they learn how to do basic electrical skills, such as just changing out a light switch or assembling products using an instruction manual. Mr. Berryhill is very proud of his students that he had some that received an industry certification last year. So of all the industrial maintenance students in the state of Mississippi, only 27 received this distinction, and 10 of those were his students. So currently, you're going to find industrial maintenance students working on our homecoming float. They're the ones that are going to be constructing our float that's going to be in the parade. And hopefully soon they'll be putting their skills to use as they build picnic tables for Career Tech's own outdoor learning center. If the grant is approved, that's going to be their next project. The logistics program, it celebrated its first internship opportunity last year. Successful placement of 4 logistics students. Mr. Doss was very proud of that. The 6-month internship resulted in 4 full-time job offers, 2 of which were accepted, and 1 of those has already been promoted to a team leader. The next round of internships with Future Electronics began yesterday for 2 of his students. Mr. Doss's transportation and logistics program at Career Tech East also continues to be a prototype for logistics programs across the state. Recently, Boonville School District visited Career Tech East, and they are expecting to start a program next school year. Marshall County CTC and Workforce Development are modeling their program after our own CTC East Logistics facility, and they're expected to be in operation for the next school year. And then health science, I have to say something about us. So Ms. Cashin and I are very proud of our health science students. Our first-year students have been learning all about medical terminology. It's a totally new foreign language that they learn. They're going to be putting their skills to use pretty soon because we do operations on pumpkins at our school. We call those pumpkinectomies. Our second-year students, they will also be starting their job shadowing experience pretty soon. We're very excited that Baptist Memorial DeSoto partners with us. They are a long-time partner back to even when there was just one Career Tech Center. We are also excited that Methodist Olive Branch Hospital is now in our 3rd year of partnership, so we have students that do some of their job experiences out there. We also, Ms. Cash and I, try to give each student an experience in their area of interest, whether it be nursing, dentistry, or veterinary medicine. We can accomplish this only because we have partnerships with area clinics, like Oak Tree Animal Clinic or J. Cox Orthodontics. Those businesses allow our students to come in and see their businesses work and just observe that process. And I couldn't stop without saying that none of these programs at Career Tech East would be successful without the support of our administration and our staff. Mr. Sublett, he's always willing to go along with any of our wild, crazy ideas we have. We have Dr. Davis, our assistant principal, who is all the time working, coordinating and communicating activities with our home high schools. Our counselor, Ms. Francisco, she does a wonderful job splitting her time with Career Tech West and East. We have student services coordinator, Ms. Steele. She's always willing to lend a hand and help out wherever the need is. And you couldn't do anything without Ms. Moore, who's our bookkeeper, who keeps us all straight. So we are definitely a team at Career Tech East, and I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you about our program and spotlight our school.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great presentation. I've seen her class in action, and they do a wonderful job there. I've seen, I think, just about all of the classes in action there for the teachers who are here. And I want to thank Ms. Berryhill, Mr. Sublett, Dr. Davis, and the entire faculty who is here this evening. We appreciate all of your hard work, and the students are getting a great education there and really preparing them for college, the career, trade. Y'all are doing a wonderful job. We appreciate you. At this time, Career Tech East, we're about to get on with the rest of the board meeting. If you would like to head out, we know you've had a full day. It would be a good time to do that.
Thank you. So,
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Sutherland.
appreciate it. Board,
Appreciate you.
Yes.
bye.
You do a great job, Mr. Sutherland. We appreciate you. All right, that concludes Superintendent's report.
We are now ready for our attorney's report.
Yes, ma'am, we have one ongoing litigation matter that I will bring up in executive session.
The approval on the minutes is next. This for the board meeting on August the 16th, 2018. I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 16th meeting.
Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion is passed. The next item on our agenda was a long one. Real long. We were reading it. And, we have letters A through, double L, so that was quite long. I hope that all of you read that, so you know exactly what happened. See, I took notes here, so I put your name down, you didn't read. Do we have any, changes that need to be made? This group of items A through, double L, any changes? Anybody would like to question? Anything about change? I need a recommendation that we accept the agenda as is.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
I need a motion. A second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion has been, paid. The next item is our new business. The first one, would be bids for playground at Horn Lake, Intermediate School. Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. The bids were open on August the 7th for the purchase and installation of playground. The playground at Horn Lake Intermediate, we're very excited and proud of this playground because of the students that it will serve. Most of the students that it will serve will have significant health impairments that affect them cognitively. And so we're getting some special equipment out so that these kids will have the opportunities to go out just like all the other kids. And so we're very proud of it. It's my recommendation to go with the lowest and best bid that was submitted by Wilco Services, LLC from Olive Branch, Mississippi.
I need a recommendation, please.
Madam President, I recommend to the board to accept the lowest and best bid for the playground at Horn Lake Intermediate School.
I need a motion for the bids for playground equipment for Horn Lake Intermediate School.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion has passed. The next one is Contractual Agreement with Wilco Services, LLC, Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. We're just asking the board's permission to enter into a contractual agreement with Wilco Services for the playground we just spoke of at Horn Lake Intermediate.
Recommendation.
Madam President, I recommend to the board to enter into the contractual agreement with Wilco Services for the playground at Horn Lake Intermediate School.
I would like a motion for that, please.
I make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion has been passed. The third one is permission to construct a privacy fence at South Haven Elementary School. Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. Cornerstone Church has volunteered to build a privacy fence on the South Haven Elementary campus. And what that fence will do is provide a boundary between the school and some of the private residents or residential properties in the neighborhood. And so it will help with safety as well.
Recommendation, Mr. Olson.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the construction of the privacy fence at South Haven Elementary School.
I need a motion.
I make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion, the ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The next one is request to pay vendor as purchasing rule issued for South Haven High School. Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. South Haven High is requesting the issue of purchase order or an after-the-fact yearbook purchase. If you remember, we had this come up before at that same school. And so I wanted to let you know, inform you that the majority of the problem is that we've had 4 bookkeepers within less than probably 2 years. And so one has left and then they dropped the ball in passing that information on. But I want you to rest assured that I've assigned one person here to be on top of that and to make sure that this does not have to come before the board again.
Very good. We talked about that a little bit earlier.
Yes, ma'am.
A recommendation, please.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the request to pay the vendor for the purchasing rule issue at South Haven High School.
Motion,
I make that motion.
second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The next item is request to purchase vehicles, plant maintenance department, Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. Plant maintenance is requesting permission to purchase 4 F-150s to add to their maintenance fleet. The purchasing quotes are in your packet. Country Ford submitted the lowest quote, so it's my recommendation to go with the lowest and best bid from Country Ford.
Recommendation, Mr. Austin.
Madam President, I recommend the board to accept the lowest and best bid for the purchase of vehicles for a plant maintenance department.
I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The next item is certification of bank reconciliations, July 2018. Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. All bank statements have been reconciled with no exceptions. I've been waiting to say that out loud.
Yeah.
You did well.
Thank you.
Great news.
Yeah.
Recommendation, Mr. Austin.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the certification of bank reconciliations for July 2018 as presented by Mr. Williams.
Yeah.
I need a motion for that. Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The motion is passed. Our next new business item is personnel, Mr. Alexander.
Yes, ma'am, your personnel packet this evening, afternoon, pages 1 through 5 are recommendations. Pages 6 through 9 are personnel changes. Page 10 is memo with employees who have not been awarded Mississippi Educator license to date. We paid non-licensed, so you pay us $65. And then those will be paid $112 for out of state or out of endorsement area. The list. Page 11 is a memo from the principal of DeSoto Central High on a non-exempt employee that was on a 182-day work agreement, began on August the 1st. Her office time, her start time should have been August 2nd. So requesting comp pay of 8 hours that were worked. HR, I will say, have worked in a more proactive approach to this, reminding schools when clerical staff begins, and this year has been certainly much better. This will be the only one. I think we have one more coming next board packet. Page 12 is a memo from Ms. Green, the Director of English Learners. It's requesting 2 additional EL teacher units. We've had a large increase in EL student population for the 18-19 school year. We have almost 200 additional EL students to enroll at this date this year, bringing our EL population to a little over 2,100 students in the district. Page 13 is a memo from Ms. Green, Director of MIS, on an employee who begins training with the current emphasis coordinator at the school, and gives some training times, and then that will be paid a rate of $15.50 per hour. Page 14 is a memo from myself on additional units for bus drivers, requesting the Board of Education approve the district to add 10 additional regular bus drivers for the transportation department. Page 15 is a memo for myself on volunteers, paraprofessionals, volunteers who will assist with coaching for the 18-19 school year. Page 16 is a memo for myself on an additional instructional unit to be added at South Haven Elementary School. The teaching unit was moved from third grade level to kindergarten. This was to remain in compliance with class size and accreditation standards. Thereby, this will initiate the need for an additional assistant, because all kindergarten teachers would have an assistant. Page 17 is a memo for myself on athletics supplements for the 18-19 school year on 2 employees. These coaches were grandfathered in when we gave them the years of experience or the coaching experience previously in college. Page 18 is a breakdown of Mr. Farrell's pay on that. Page 19 is a breakdown of Coach Hurt's payment for that. Page 20 is a request from Ms. Goss, our Director of Special Education. Basically, it's the changes on med chairs at this point up to date. Page 21 is a list of those sped changes for sped meds, with their names and locations listed. Page 22 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Ingram, our Director of Federal Programs, on an after-school tutoring program at Lake Commerce Middle School. Total hours not to exceed 884. These tutors will be paid at $27 per hour. These hours will take place between September 7th, 2018 and end June 30th, 2019. Page 23 is a list of those employees' names who will work in this after-school tutoring program. Page 24 is additional pay request from our Director of Federal Programs on after-school tutoring at Horn Lake High School. That's for the total hours of 370, $27 per hour, beginning 9/17/18 and ending 6/30/19. Page 25 is a list of the employees' names who will work in the after-school tutoring program at Horn Lake High School. Page 26 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Cox, our Director of Continuing Education, on Professional Development Title II CU presenters, who will work a total of 338.66 hours and be paid at $27 per hour. That will begin at 9/10/18 and end at 6/30/19. And then page 27 is a list of the 18-19 professional development CU presenters for the district.
Any questions for anyone? Okay, I need a recommendation, please.
Madam President, I recommend that the board to approve personnel as presented.
I need a motion for personnel.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion's been passed. The next item on our agenda is a residency appeal from Mr. Cole.
Yes, ma'am, to be discussed in executive session.
Student discipline, Mr. Finley.
Madam Chairman, we have a student discipline matter to address in executive session.
This is the time of the month that we have public comment. The audience will have reached the time for the public comment. If you have the person has requested to speak, then at the public comment from the board's administrative assistant, then they have 5 minutes to address the board, and they will be under request to appear. If you have not turned in a request, then you only have 3 minutes. We have a request to appear by Mr. Gurley. Is Mr. Gurley here?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, yours, because it pertains to a student, will be an executive session, so we won't do it at this time. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? No. We now, this time, will be going into executive session. I need a motion for consideration of closed session to determine whether the board should enter executive session. So that is all. He's ready, I guess. We have student matters regarding early graduation and residency appeal, student discipline, and litigation. Okay, so we have a motion. Do we have a second? No, I don't have a second on that one. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so we will go into the session. Mr. Chase will be able to come back out after we've taken our vote to make sure that we are staying in executive session for the matters of things I just mentioned.